My favorite story is him getting pulled over by a cop. And
Yeah.
it's like, that's a $50 fine. And he's like, here's $100 and we could be going just as fast when I come back.
Your number
Yeah.
five,
My
Tommy.
number 5 was my number one on one of the lists we did. I don't know if it was dead people we want to meet or who we look up to the most. I don't know. Jack Johnson, not the singer.
Oh,
Jason Mraz like singer. Jack Johnson. Talking about
the
first
boxer.
black heavyweight.
Oh,
he was on my
Who
top
married
5.
a white woman.
He was on my top 5 historical black people that
Yeah.
we did too.
He should be. He should be. He's a Texan. He's got a statue.
I laugh at that. I know.
Yeah, he's a great hero.
No, not that. No, not
He's just
him.
sitting, waiting, wishing. It's
Oh,
all right.
God, no.
He went to my school. I love Jack Johnson.
No, I'm sure he did. That sounds about right. But yeah, no, like this dude was, the first champion back in, the early 1900s and married white women and didn't give a fuck about anyone. Did it with impunity. Dared you to say some shit.
He look like
Like beat the hell out of white people to make money for them. They put him in prison, of course, later
Right,
because they had to.
right. But in the ring, anything goes.
Anything goes, and he destroyed many, many people.
My favorite story is him getting pulled over by a cop. And
Yeah.
it's like, that's a $50 fine. And he's like, here's $100 and we could be going just as fast when I come back.
Yeah, it's a real quote. 'Cause I love him. Like I intend on getting a tattoo of Jack Johnson.
nice.
Just on your quad.
I was gonna do arm.
No, do it on your quad. Give him.
Right here,
Get
I
a
was gonna do it
bicep.
right there.
I mean, a forearm.
That's a
thing.
badass
It's a
shot.
great
right there.
pose right there, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've actually never seen that photo before, but yeah.
every
All the
time I
boxing.
see a black boxer, side note, I know I don't want to ruin the show.
Okay.
We're on a serious note.
That's fine.
Every time I see a black boxer, I think of that black boxer from Harlem Night that was like,
The stutter problem. Yeah.
I don't
Same
know
here.
why.
Same
I
here.
think of every black boxer like that.
My number 4 is, let's see if I can find, there it is. This was the inspiration behind my number 4. Jordan likes to pick, judging by his face. This is a guy who dominated his first profession.
Yeah, he did.
One, said, I'm the best or one of the best. I've put my name on the plaque. I'm just going to do shit for fun now. I'm just going to do all the side quests.
Snoop Dogg.
Fucking Snoop Dogg, baby. Snoop Dogg just be doing shit. He's got like a reward from some college. He's baking cookies with Martha Stewart,
Coaching
doing
Pee Wee
commercials.
football.
Coaching Pee Wee football. Tried out for the Raiders one time just because he thought he had a chance. Doing wrestling with Hulk Hogan. He's in like
He
Japanese
did a
commercials for
moonsault in
stuff.
AEW.
He's like a young Olympic athlete that's won like 5 medals and is done at like 27.
27. Yeah.
Right.
And yeah, it's like I've done everything I need to do. What now?
What else can
Yeah.
I do at this point?
Do whatever the fuck I want. I have
Yeah.
plenty of money.
I like his.
I can come up with hobbies, and my hobbies can make me more money.
Right.
Can cook with Martha Stewart.
Right.
Coach Pee Wee football. Do whatever the fuck I want.
I can do a
commercial.
reggae album. I can
reggae
do whatever
album.
commercial.
A
Change
gospel
my
album,
name
too.
to Snoop
Snoop
Lion.
Lion, right? He just
He's a
does
legend,
shit.
man.
He
can do
smokes
whatever.
weed with impunity. Whatever state, anywhere.
with celebrities.
With celebrities.
Fluffy had a whole thing about
the
it.
stinkiest of the icky.
Yeah.
At any time, at all times. Now, I'm not a big weed
It's a
smoker.
goal for people.
Right. I'm not a big weed smoker.
Yeah.
But Snoop's like, and there was actually a video of this that you may have seen where there's a security guard, one of Snoop's security guards.
No, it was a whole cop.
It was a whole cop, whatever. Was there, through security. Snoop had the blunt, tapped him. Guy didn't take it. Tapped him twice, hard as fuck. The fucking cop took the blunt and smoked it.
He is no longer an officer, but that's a story to tell.
That's, let's see, officer.
Oh man, you smoke weed with Snoop?
how
Oh
I
man,
got
but I gotta
fired.
hand you this pink slip though. But that's a good story you told me, man. Yeah,
There it is.
There was
Right here.
ever
So
a
look at
reason to
it.
do
You
so.
can look at it.
But
So
we
they
gotta
see
pick that
Snoop.
blunt
He's
up.
not even looking at the cop.
He's not looking at the cop. The cop's like, all right. I'm going to smoke this blunt with
Boy,
Snoop
that blunt
Dogg.
thick as
Snoop Dogg.
fuck.
Exactly. And apparently, I don't forget what comedian told the story, but apparently he has like 4 of those going around in a
Really?
rotation.
It's Snoop. I mean,
It's-
can you imagine how much weed it takes to get him high?
At this point, right. But I just feel like he has so many like stories and adventures that I would just be like, hey, Snoop, can I tag along for today? Whatever today
He
is.
wouldn't be the same.
Can you imagine a day with
Not
Snoop
for you.
Dogg?
It'd be like get him to the Greek.
Like, try to
You'd
imagine.
be Jonah Hill if you didn't catch that.
Ask me about my wiener. I think
Not
it's the same
that
movie.
movie.
Whatever. It was Jonah Hill on college though. I was close. Imagine any day with Snoop Dogg,
Yeah,
and that's an adventure. My number 4, Snoop
Good
Dogg.
pick. It's a good pick.
Great pick.
go to Snoop, be like, you said this was Endo. More like Aldo.
Oh,
He'd be like, Oh, you disrespect my way you
I
got the
wonder
cup.
what would happen. Whoever was. Oh no.
Somebody had to say
That's
that.
blasphemous.
I mean, I feel like him and Willie Nelson smoke different kinds of weed.
Oh,
True.
no, they're friends. I feel like.
No, they are
I feel
friends.
like Willie's updated his shit.
Oh, no, but I feel like one's an indica, one's a sativa.
Right.
Good
Marcos, your number 3.
So Jordan kind of inspired me to like pick a monster that's very interesting.
Fine.
P.T. Barnum.
Oh, jeez. Guys, the list was favorite people, not crazy.
But P.T.
people.
Barnum is one of the smartest like tricksters ever in the world. Like he literally released different versions of his autobiography so that people kept buying it to see what would change between what version of the autobiography was. I think my favorite story
He
is
enslaved animals.
well, this is actually he bought a person that was a slave. But here's how it's funny.
That's what that is.
Is that fun? I'd ask Jordan, is that funny?
Let me tell you the story.
Is that hilarious?
What?
Buying people?
No, it's terrible.
I'm just making sure.
I'm not a big P.T. Barnum fan.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I'm just checking.
I don't even know much
That's
about
who the-
P.T. Barnum anyway.
that's who the
Oh,
Greatest
Barnum and
Showman
Bates.
is
Oh, never
based
mind.
off
Never,
of,
yeah,
correct?
never mind.
What?
I'm
That's
sure.
who the Greatest Showman is based
Yeah,
on.
well, yeah, that whole
That is
deal.
false, by the way.
All, super false.
Yeah.
They don't go into elephants for one. If
You bring him back, can I beat his ass?
Right, right.
So why?
Yeah.
So why was he so bad? Because I did see The Greatest Showman on somebody.
that's super. Well, for one, he like tortured elephants, but
He didn't look like Hugh Jackman.
He didn't look like.
but
Hugh
he was
Jackman.
actually. I mean, outside of buying an
He's
old
definitely
black,
not Hugh Jackman.
outside of buying an old black lady, that's probably her actually in that
No,
black
that was a
and white
white
photo.
man. Oh, that was.
Wait, which one?
That one right there,
Bottom left, middle.
middle.
That?
Oh, okay. Well, that one.
Nope, that's a lady with 4 legs.
Oh, okay, never mind. I guess it's not there. But he bought an old black lady that was. She was sold as George Washington's wet nurse.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Can you imagine? Okay, so George Washington as a child would probably be what, the 1740s.
Right.
What is the era of P.T. Barnum?
It's like the late 1800s.
Yeah, it was a lie. So
Obviously.
she was sold as the oldest lady on Earth. Is
Okay.
what it was.
Okay.
Like she was 130. And he just kept repackaging her in ways that were interesting, and then she loved it because she just got everything. She got showered with money and gifts and oysters and champagne.
Oysters, that's a
know, I
luxury.
don't-
That's a luxury back then. Of course.
That was
So
a
for a
little.
Negro back then, I suppose it was.
But then you got like the bearded lady,
which
Chinese
is in the
twins.
I
movie.
still don't get why you.
A guy, I don't know what this is, but it's just the creepy guy in the window.
I don't want to party with P.T.
Let me-
Barnum.
Here's another way that he turned,
The fattest guy in the world.
which was only 280 pounds.
Right.
So gaslighting people as well.
No. That's how much lighter they were
Yeah.
than compared to
Yeah,
that.
I'm fatter by a lot. The fattest man in the
Oh, wow.
My
the fucking
600
circus,
pound
the
life.
circus
Oh, yeah, they
attraction.
were smaller.
Marcos, what was the meme from Homer Simpson?
260 in the 1990s was seen as comically obese.
So let's see. It was the Homer with the Moo,
no.
right?
Yeah.
Not Moo
I
Mo.
still
but-
need to know, why P.T. Barnum.
It was just the way that he was able to just fuck with people so hard, so that like one of them is
The
that
Joe Rogan of his time.
John
he was
Merrick?
worse, way worse. But it was like one of them is that so he had a black lady that he technically bought. He didn't technically
bought her.
He did buy.
He had receipts.
Well, he bought the rights to show her as a sideshow, but it's so facto he owned the person basically.
He was a slave owner.
Yeah. Well, it was after slavery was illegal.
Yeah, there was a lot of things about slavery that wasn't slavery. That was
Majority
slavery.
of white people, I just figure, owned slaves. So, yeah, it's fine.
But like one of them is that he would protest himself. Like so Puritan showed up to one of his rallies in Rhode Island and about like, oh, he still owns this person, and then he would just show up with them and protest them. And then the lady would come out and be like, no, he doesn't own me. We're just friends. Like blah 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 blah. And he would just do crazy shit like that. My favorite is that so there was a minstrel.
Good guy.
It's getting better and better.
No, black people weren't allowed to actually act. That's
Acting,
why.
right,
That's the
yeah.
black
right,
face,
right,
yeah.
right.
Still
I know
not.
the history, yeah.
Okay. So he eventually hired a black minstrel.
Okay.
And then he had a competition of like try to figure out which one it was. Like he did.
That is terrible.
It is terrible.
So bad.
Fucking terrible.
And the person that was black, he would put in white makeup, and then put black makeup after it. So people were literally stupid enough not to know the difference.
If he was doing it for a reason that tried to prove a point, I'd be like, Okay.
That's forward thinking.
He was not. I just felt like he was just,
No,
like
no,
you said,
he
just
was
fucking with people.
No, he was just all about fucking with
Oh,
people
Jesus,
all
he
the
sucked.
time.
Yeah, this.
Can I bring him back so I can kick him in the nuts?
Look,
Yeah, fuck P.T.
I like how as Mark explained his story, Sam was like looking at the two Negroes in the room like, "Is this okay? Is this okay?"
No, because
he's
I'm
like,
not going to be gaslit into thinking that P.T. Barnum.
I've known him for a long time. That
he's
look
a
was,
terrible
are y'all
person.
hearing this shit?
Right.
Everything about I'm not even going into the animal abuse and the
Yeah, he's a terrible guy.
he used to
Fuck
have,
his animal crackers.
Yeah, right.
I don't think
they
he
are
has that.
good.
No, they got rid of his name on him.
Oh really?
Good.
Yes.
'Cause his estate
Well, they
did not
didn't
deserve
the
that money. Those crackers are
modern
good.
PT Barnum Circus get rid of everything?
Yeah,
Animal
now they
rights?
have like CG elements, which is tight.
I went to
as
a
fuck.
Ringling Brothers. I never
Ringley,
did.
yeah,
I never did Barnum.
Ringley Brothers bullshit.
I still
yeah.
feel terrible about myself. I was only 6.
Yeah, look
but
at this bastard. Barnum's animal crackers.
PT Barnum used to have narwhals in a basement.
it doesn't surprise me.
Right.
And that
Evil man.
Then that
Him and
building's-
Walt Disney. Evil men.
then that building caught fire and they used the water from the narwhal tanks to turn it off.
God damn, man.
This list, I hate this topic now.
I completely forgot.
I was on board with this topic. You guys were like, this topic's boring and shitty. And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
it's fine, guys. We'll
He
be
just
fine.
brought the room down with P.T. Barnum.
fucking Charles
He had a Charles
Manson
That wasn't as bad as P.T.
and P.T.
Barnum.
Which is surprising to say the least.
Oh,
So I had two
Two
number twos.
Okay.
My first one, controversial.
is Bert. The other one, Ernie. I don't know why that was. That seemed like the logistical next step for your list. This makes no
If I get
sense.
the exception, I'm gonna just name both. Okay. The first person is Heathcliff Huxtable. I'm gonna tell you why.
Wait, you're talking about Heathcliff Huxtable?
Heathcliff.
Like the
Can't-
character?
You can't
Cliff.
do that.
Cliff
Can't do
Huxtable.
that.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm telling you why. Okay.
Oh, man.
I put Cliff Huxtable on that list. Now here's why.
Because he's not Bill Cosby.
Listen to me
He
now.
looks
Okay.
like him, though.
I need the attention. So during that time of growing up, we had Sanford and Son, right? We had Good Times where James Evans would get fired almost every episode. You did have the Jeffersons. Okay, he owned his own store. But Cliff Huxtable, that's the first time growing up seeing a black doctor, a black lawyer. The daughter went to Princeton. The other one went to Harvard, I think.
The other one went to Hillman.
And the other one went to Hillman, or Maple School. But
One of them was the ULA, UCLA's equivalent.
one went to Theo went to NYU.
NYU, yeah.
He went to NYU. Like, I've never seen a black doctor, black lawyer before to be this successful like that. I've never seen that before growing up.
Right.
That's the reason why I put him on there. I put him on there, huh?
Dr. Hibbert.
Who?
Dr. Hibbert.
Nigga. So that's what I was saying. I've never seen that before.
Right.
That's success. So that was one option. But the other option,
Was Bill Cosby. Okay.
no. Because
Finally, one worse than P.T. Barnum.
Well, I don't know. Coin toss. Who'd win the worst match?
so
P.T. Barnum, Charles
He
Manson.
never
wait. But this may be probably the worst.
Oh, geez.
So y'all chill out, okay? It's not even that dramatic. So a friend of mine actually read the book. I went back and read the book. There was a show on it about it as well too. Lovecraft Country. No, it was county, wasn't it? It was country. Okay, Lovecraft Country. So my number two, along with Heathcliff, the other option was H.P. Lovecraft. Now, I know
He's a great writer.
He's a great writer,
shitty
but
human being.
but that's what I'm saying because
He was just he was kind of that harmless closet racist.
right, but the fact that
I know you love
because
people.
hold on, I
You gotta
love
stop.
This episode is dark as fuck.
listen. I love his writing, but what threw me off was the poem of Creation of. Excuse my French.
It's the name of the fucking
It's just the
thing.
name of the poem.
that says that?
Yes.
It's called The Creation of. That was the name of the poem, and
Also,
It's
the name
like-
of his cat.
Yes.
was he?
I just faded to black. I don't know what
Yeah,
else to
no,
say.
yeah.
I don't know what
Is
to do.
that where we get the equivalence of separating the artist of their work and the person, right? Because if I'm celebrating this person's writing, great. I love H.P. Lovecraft. But if I'm separating the person, he was horrible.
It's hard to do.
It's hard to do.
It's hard to do,
It's
especially
like when
with
everybody
him.
say, "I can't believe you still listen to R. Kelly." I'm like, yeah, he may be a shitty person, but you can't turn down Bump and Grind.
Chocolate Factory was lit.
I'm saying, man. No. TP2.com.
TP2.com
Wait, I'm not even
was-
gonna go there down there.
A
I'm
lot
just
of-
saying,
yeah, man.
He's the first
He was
person,
talented, but he is horrific as a human being.
and he's stupid. He only has
he's
he
dumb
hasn't
as
graduated
fuck.
high school. But I'm just saying,
He has like a fucking 6th grade education.
yeah, he's Floyd Mayweather of the time.
Oh,
but I'm
yeah.
just saying, that's the big question of how do you separate the artist, their work, and the artist. He was the first person, in my opinion, that actually did that. In my opinion, so. That was my number 2.
I'll go with that one rather than fuck Bill Cosby.
It's not Bill Cosby. It's Cliff Huxtable.
He doesn't know this. Y'all know this. I've hated Bill Cosby since I was a child.
Rudy.
I've always hated Bill
to do it.
Cosby
Me too.
with a passion.
I was
Hate
more
him.
like him. I listened to the
stand his
CDs.
ass.
I liked the show
Yeah.
a
Of
lot.
course you did.
It was
Obviously.
clean comedy. My dad let me listen to it. He's like,
Yeah,
Cosby,
'cause you couldn't
he's
listen
good.
to Kurt. You couldn't listen. I was brought up on Richard Pryor. That's
Right, see, I
I wasn't
was-
playing in my house.
You are
That
not
delirious.
allowed to say fuck to people.
to the people. The people.
See, I cultivated a good Cosby
Oh.
impression. I wasted
He was
Jordan.
trash.
Wasted Jordan. My
He
Cosby,
wasn't funny.
Bill Cosby wasn't funny.
He wasn't
not
funny.
at
He
all.
was funny.
He was not
Stop it.
funny. At
I don't think it
all.
was funny.
I've not laughed at one. And I saw Ghost Dad and Leonard Part 6. I didn't laugh at shit.
No, look at his movies.
He
His
has
stand-up.
I looked at his stand-up. I saw Bill Cosby stand-up. The shit's not funny.
Oh, my God.
He's never been funny.
We
Ever.
fighting after this show.
Uptown Saturday Night would have been great if he wasn't in it.
Can we go to a commercial
always
break
been
before
trash.
number 1?
Why do you want to go to
No
commercial break?
commercial. No commercial. Bill Cosby sucks. Who's next?
I think he has to use the restroom.
gotta use the bathroom.
Oh, goddamn.
We'll be back
Marco.
after these commercial
Okay.
breaks, you see.